Hey there, good morning. I'm John. This morning is Wednesday, December 6th, 2023. Welcome to another edition of my daily vlog. You may be wondering, John, what are you doing to make content creation sustainable these days? I'm glad you asked. That's what we talk about here each morning. So let's go ahead and start by talking about yesterday, which was something else, actually. Remember yesterday I was podcast editing day. So the day started out in the morning. We took the show for Thursday and we got it fully edited, uploaded, and ready for publishing. All that is awesome. Got it done in about 2 hours. We were done before noon, I think, and wrapped that up. And at the time when we spoke yesterday, I was saying that I wasn't sure what I was going to work on because I just had not picked a long form. We talked yesterday about, I was planning, which is really about kind of feeling around looking for a good topic. Well, a topic presented itself, and then yesterday so it was, if you're living here in the current with me, you don't have to be in the past like I was confused, which was the software package called Atari 50th Anniversary Celebration was getting a holiday update where they're adding probably bug fixes and stuff, most notably adding 12 new games to the package. And they announced that, I don't know, a week ago or so. They were going to do it, but didn't say what the games were. And then yesterday it came out. And then by the time we got done editing the podcast, everyone and their cousin had put out a video about what the 12 games were and saying what they were and telling them. And many of you were even saying yesterday, hey, you do a video about that thing. And the phrase isn't I didn't want to. The phrase I guess I'm looking for is I didn't think it was a good idea. Just because it would take the rest of my day, a full half day to do it. Everyone had already done it. Why would my video stand out? Well, it turned out to be a good... At the end of the video, I'll talk about the decision process because I think this is very... I think it's very informational for anyone who thinks about content creation and doing things like this. How I arrived at a formula that, taking everything I've learned so far and applying it toward how to make it still a viable video, even though... Anyway, I'll talk about that at the end. Jump to the end, the end of this big part of the story, which is that video did great. So just overnight, I released it at 5 o'clock yesterday, over 7,000 views this morning. It's our #1 video performing in the last 10 days. Phenomenal performance and still doing well this morning. Over 200 something views per hour still this morning. I knew it was a good topic. I really didn't know. We'll talk more about it in a second. Anyway, that video has done great for us. But that wasn't the only video released yesterday. I released that. I also released a short, which I told you I'm going to put out some shorts to help bolster the subscriber and views total. I got that out. And of course, there was the Advent calendar. We're in December. Yesterday was the 5th? Yeah, the 5th. So updated my chart. Right now, all of the Advent calendars together have yielded us over 6,200 views. No one of them is a rock star, but together these little videos are building and building and building. And though I don't have it charted, I have a tally. Together they've garnered over 20 subscribers. So doing great. You'll see from the chart that none of them have performed as well as the first one. Which I guess stands to reason. People look at the first one and decide if it's for them or not. If not, they don't continue. So I guess that makes sense. But they're all growing steadily, and each one kind of launches every day with about 600, 700 views and then slowly climbs. So this chart is really interesting, and I really look forward to updating it every evening because every day it gets interestinger and interestinger to see how a very different kind of release schedule for some videos is doing. So this is a pure series. So finally, I'll get to this today, but there's so much going on yesterday. So it was, and a live stream yesterday. George did a live stream yesterday as well in the evening, and that did well because he played some of those games in a live stream. So, wow. All that is why our numbers are up today. Yesterday was a great day for viewers and subscribes. The other nice thing about averaging the last 7 days mentally for me is that there are no spikes. There's only a gentle increase or a gentle decrease. So though yesterday was a huge day, The averages over the last 7 days are back over about 11,000 views per day. Subscribers are back up to about 46 subscribers a day. So ebbing, kind of working its way back up a little bit because a huge day yesterday. That does not mean, it doesn't mean everything is amazing. It means yesterday you had a good day, but look how it averages out. So that's smoothing out my emotional roller coaster a bit. So what about subscribers then? Before I talk about today, subscribers then, we did hit the next milestone, and on our way to the next one, we're at 41,860 some odd the last time that I looked. So just about to hit 42,000 probably in the next, certainly before the end of the week. Okay, let's talk about today then. So today, a new Advent dropped. I haven't even looked at those stats yet. We'll see how that's doing. We'll talk about it tomorrow, how that's coming along. Also today, I'm supposed to be getting some material that I talked about earlier in the week to start building a next long form video that will likely be ready for release Saturday or Monday. It's not a huge deal. I mean, it is a huge deal. The video production is not huge, but it's a lot of little parts because it's kind of a tutorial and it's kind of a little document. It'll all make sense shortly. It's just stuff I can't talk about right now, but it's good stuff, right? So it's a continuation on something that is already doing well for us and continues to. So today is going to be working on that. Plus, of course, I'll publish a short. Plus, I'll manage, the Advent, and I'll do the final little prep for publishing the publishing. What was I just thinking about? Oh, the podcast tomorrow morning because it comes out on Thursday. I feel scatterbrained this morning. Just a lot going on, and there's a lot ahead today. So let me talk briefly before I leave about publishing of that Atari 50 video with updated 12 games. So, look, we said before when doing quick news videos that I don't have any interest really in doing a video that says, "Here's the news. Here's what someone said. Thank you for watching." You don't need me for that, right? You can go and read the news. In order to be interesting, and I knew that when I searched for that topic, that was the first thing I do. When I think about a topic, I go search for it. Who else has done it? What's going on? Atari 50 holiday update, whatever, and everybody, channels big and small, are doing it. I'm like, well, how do I make a video? The thumbnail is the number one, but you have to pay off in the video. How do I make a video about that topic that is still interesting to someone, even if they already know the news? So I found a tiny nugget in the press release that says, hey, we're updating this game today. Here's the new stuff. And then a couple paragraphs down, it says, and also, that's not the end. We're going to be doing more updates like this in the future. Just that little thing. So I latched onto that and I said, there's my hook. My hook is, there's an update to that, but that's only the beginning. Well, what does that mean? Well, what it means is there is more coming, right? But no one's highlighting that. Everyone's focused on the 12 games. So I took the angle of, hey, here's the news. It's putting out these 12 games. Here they are right quick in case you don't know. So I covered that. And then the other half of the video I'd spent as an editorial talking about the fact that since Atari owns Digital Eclipse and now, they're supposed to be working on things that aren't Atari, but they're hyper focused on this Atari package, are they actually going to have the autonomy that they say they're going to have? I turned it into an editorial about the fact that there are more coming. So that's, if you've already read the news, like if you read the news, hey, the sky is falling. Okay, you know that. But then you look at a thumbnail that says, the sky is falling and it's about to get worse. What's the worse, right? Well, this is kind of like that, where, hey, a good thing happened. You see another thumbnail, a good thing happened, and there's more coming. And you're like, what's the more? That was the hook that I found that I made for that video. And that I think, look, you can never know for sure, but I think that's the thing that paid off, that made that video, although it's after the fact, still clearly worthwhile and still doing huge numbers this morning. Now, I don't know if I can apply that logic to everything that I'm late on, but in this case, I found a hook in it that I was able to use, put that front and center so that the news item, if you already know that, that's secondary. You want to know what else about it, right? Yeah, so that worked. So that's a thing that I'm going to put in the vault because it's a strategy that in this case really works. So it means the next time that comes along, doesn't mean this will always work, but it means I can want to apply that information to the next time I'm behind on something and go, can I find an angle that makes it still interesting, even though I don't have any additional information and I wasn't first to do it, right? Do it first, do it different, or do it better. So in this case, I did it better. Couldn't do it first, so I did it better. Or different. I did it different. So you got to pick one of those to be successful. If you have all of them, great. But in this case, I did it different. So I found that very interesting. I had a little discussion with it with my wife yesterday about the thought process, and so pretty cool. And finally today, we'll be live for 1980s Now tonight at 7 p.m. I think on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're a fan, we'll be over there live doing that. I think that's enough of me chewing on your ear, letting you know about the cool stuff that happened and is happening. I want to thank you for stopping in to check out today's vlog. If you did, if you're here every day, you know that I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please have a great Wednesday. Do something good for yourself if you can, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.